Hey folks, Bill again. Part 2 of the knife making video. It's going to be a couple parts because I work third shift. I'm a single dad. It's tough to get out here and work. You can see my breath here in the video. It's probably, I don't know, 32 degrees out. It's southeastern Wisconsin. It's cold. So what I've done today is I got my coffee can forge running, and I got the knife in there. And I got to heat it up to make the handle sides softer so that I can drill through it for my dowel pins. I'm going to use 3/16 size dowels. There it is. They're roughly about 1.25 inches long. That's what I'm going to use to peg my handle, or my wood pieces of the handle, to the knife itself once it's all ready to go. Hey again, it's Bill with True Brothers Outdoors. We're back for part 2 of the knife build. I didn't have a chance to come back the very next day. I had to make my forge so that I could heat treat the metal. I live in an apartment, so I'm not allowed to have fires outside to do that. So I had to make a little forge to be able to heat treat it. There it is. Just put a propane torch in there. There's a video on my channel about it. It works out pretty cool. I made it work. It's really, really awesome. Here's the knife now where I'm at. So I heated the handle part of the tempered saw blade and drilled 1/4 inch holes in it. I'm going to use 1/4 inch stainless steel pins that I got from a buddy of mine. And that's how I'm going to do that. So what I did now is this is my new workbench, by the way. I've got the belt sander and a drill press on there. My portable vise over there, I can put wherever I want. But so I clamped this to the bench like so with one of these little slide clamps like this. And I just put a slight bevel on here to make it pretty nice and half-ass sharp. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get all these sanding marks, or these flapper wheel marks out here with some sandpaper. And then we are going to put it in the forge and heat treat it and harden it so that we have a good knife. So I'm sanding right now. I got a 120 sandpaper, 120 grit sandpaper, and I'm just got it on the wrench for my angle grinder. It's really hard to do without a thing to hold my phone while I record stuff. So all I'm doing is just working this back and forth to get rid of the flapper wheel marks, and you can still kind of see them. So I got a lot of work ahead of me yet before I'm able to harden this blade and heat treat it. So when I get to that point, then I'll turn the camera back on and we'll make some more video. There it is. I got it. I really hope these videos are turning out and it's not connected to my Bluetooth stereo and you guys can hear me talk. I got it as good as I can. It's, my first ever knife, so the blade's not perfect. I'm gonna do a lot more sanding on it once I heat treat it and harden it to make it nice and really pretty and sharp. So what I'm going to do now is I came over here to my drill press, got my 1/4 inch bit in there, and I'm going to drill my holes so they're nice up, straight up and down, so that I can make the handle or the scales for this knife. And then I'll trace the profile out, and then we will heat treat the knife and quench it, and then we will temper it so that it's nice and hard and not brittle. And while that's all going on, I will make the profile of the handles really rough, and then we'll attach them and do all that other stuff. So I'm going to drill some holes now. Alrighty then, here we are. I got the forge started. Gotta let it warm up a little bit. Feels good on my hands too. It's really nice. I got my, it's just 100% pure vegetable oil. That's what I'm going to use to quench my knife. Some people say use canola oil, vegetable oil. It's all the same to me. It doesn't matter. So I'll be putting this in, and I'll have a magnet. I got to find it in my toolbox. But once the metal becomes not magnetic, it's to a point of hardness that I want. So then I'll put it back in and let it get a little bit hotter. And I'll pull it out, I'll dip it in there, let it cool down. Then we'll do some more sanding on it. Well, while that's going on, I will be roughing this out and hopefully get that done before I need to pull the knife and dip the knife. So let this go for a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. So here we go. See if can't get this bad boy heated up and done the way we want it. Wish me luck. My first ever in Coffee Can Forge that I built on Sunday. So let's see how this goes. So there she is. I heated her up so that it wasn't magnetic. There's a magnet to check it. And I dunked her in the oil. You can see all the, I don't even know what that stuff is in there, but it's all came off the blade. It skips a file across it, which is what you want, so that you know it's the proper hardness. I mean, it does it a little bit, so I'm going to call it good enough. My first ever one, so I think we're going to be okay. Now we're going to temper it, I think it is. We're going to put it in the oven and bake it at 400 degrees for 2 1-hour cycles. We're going to bake it at 400 degrees for an hour, turn it off, let it cool, and then we're going to do it again so that it tempers it. Then we'll sharpen it up and get all that other good stuff going. All right, folks, so I ground the bevels and I put the sandpaper to it. I heat treated it, and now we're tempering it. I just used my conventional oven in the house. 400 degrees for 1 hour twice. You gotta let it cool down completely before you can do the second set of tempering. So this video here is just getting done with the second set. Like, it literally just beeped at me that it was complete. So we will let it cool down and then probably glue the scales on. Actually, we'll sand the blade a little bit more and sharpen it, and then we'll glue the scales on and shape them. Alright, folks, there she is. It's all tempered up and ready to go for me to start sanding on it and getting this blade nice and sharp and ready to become an actual knife with handles and all that kind of good stuff on it. Now, in the meantime, I didn't get any kind of video of it because I had forgot. I roughed out the handles. Those are the pins that I'm going to use. I just kind of roughed these in to the shape of the handle of the knife. So now I'm going to grind on or not grind, but sand the blade of the knife to get it sharp. Tape it up. Put these on there. Finish shaping them. Glue them. And then we will actually critique them to what we want so that they fit nice in my hand, not anybody else's, mine, because it's mine. It's my first knife ever, so I'm going to make it to fit me comfortably. So I'm going to start sanding and getting stuff ready to go, and I will touch back with you guys in a little bit. Well, there it is. So I put a 400 grit paper to it, make it all nice and shiny. There, yeah, focus. No, come on, focus on the knife. Just move the knife away. All right. So it's a 400 grit. I brought this side back a little bit farther than the other side, but that's okay. The handle's going to come up to around here anyway. But it's starting to get cold out. I mean, it's southeast Wisconsin, so it's already cold out. And my little heater there is just not doing the trick anymore today. So tomorrow, when the sun's out, hopefully, I'll get back out here and I will put my scales on it and finish roughing these in and get them glued up and let them dry overnight. And then Monday, maybe Monday, I will finish critiquing them to my liking so that they fit in my hand. Very nice. So far, with my very first ever knife build, I'm really enjoying it. It's something that I've been trying to do for a while, and I kind of just said, screw it, I'm going to do it now. And I did, and here it is. And so far along, I can't stop, so I'm going to have to finish it. And I made plans to make another one already out of a piece of angle iron. That piece of angle iron right there, and that's what my knife's going to look like. Hopefully, we'll see if it all works out that way. So, thank you for watching my videos. If you are watching, subscribe. I'm going to try and keep making these and doing blacksmithing and outdoor stuff. And I'm going to try and get my buddy Jim with Tree Brothers Outdoors involved in some of these things. I believe he's out ice fishing at the moment. But I decided to stay in today and work on my knife project because it's what I've always wanted to do for, well, not always, but last few years I wanted to make one. So I'm doing it. So good luck, Jim, on your fishing today. And I will see you guys on the next video. Later.